Let's build an e-commerce product advisor around one decision a shopper might actually make. The test shopper wants a beauty product under 15, prefers the strongest rating, and needs it to ship quickly. The assistant should recommend one item, explain why it fits, mention the strongest alternative, and never invent a checkout promise. That last point is important. A good advisor does more than sound friendly. It uses approved product facts, asks a clarifying question when the request is incomplete, and keeps price, availability, shipping, returns, and customer-specific information inside their proper evidence boundaries. First, split the catalog by how quickly the truth changes. Product descriptions, use cases, size guides, materials, and comparison notes can live in index knowledge. Price, stock, shipping status, and anything tied to a customer account should come from a current source or an authenticated connector. On this real English light mode screen, both the website and an approved PDF finished indexing. In an actual store, I would also remove duplicate manufacturer copy, give every policy one owner and effective date, and re-index after meaningful catalog changes. Clean sources make recommendation tests repeatable. For this controlled review, the product records come from dummy.json, a fictional public commerce fixture. The fresh source read gives us 3 beauty items with exact price, rating, stock, shipping, and return fields. It does not represent a real merchant offer, and the numbers do not reserve inventory. The test rule is deterministic. Keep only items below 15, then prioritize rating, then faster shipping. The mascara is cheapest at $9.99, but its rating is 2.56. The powder canister is $14.99, rated 4.64, and ships in 1 to 2 business days. That makes it the reference recommendation. Next, write the advisor role in plain, testable language. Tell the assistant to recommend one product only after it has enough constraints. It should cite the deciding facts, explain one trade-off, and show one alternative when that genuinely helps. If the budget, use case, or must-have feature is missing, it should ask one focused follow-up question. Then add the safety boundary, never invent a price, stock count, shipping date, discount, return policy, or completed account action. When current evidence is missing or conflicting, say that clearly and route the shopper to the approved next step. Avoid a long personality essay. Every rule should be easy to verify with a fixed test question. For live catalog data, connect a read-only endpoint and review every generated field. Validate the response schema, set a sensible timeout, and expose only the product attributes the recommendation needs. A public product lookup should never quietly inherit permission to create an order, change inventory, or read customer data. Test one permitted request and one rejected request. If the source omits currency, the assistant must not guess it. If the request asks for a customer-specific price or a private order status, route it to an authenticated workflow. This separation keeps a simple buying assistant from becoming an accidental transaction system. Now ask the exact test question. I need a beauty product under 15. Prioritize the highest rating and fast shipping. Recommend one item, explain the trade-off, and tell me whether the result guarantees checkout availability. The reference answer is powder canister because it stays under budget, has the strongest rating among eligible items, and ships in 1 to 2 business days. Here is the real WebChatAgent response from the isolated English light mode test account. It selects powder canister, shows the price of $14.99, the rating of 4.64, and the 1 to 2 business day estimate. It also says the catalog snapshot does not reserve stock or guarantee checkout availability. That is the complete behavior we wanted to verify. Judge the full answer, not the first confident sentence. My scorecard gives 40% to factual fit, 25% to constraint handling, 15% to a useful explanation, 15% to safe boundaries, and 5% to response time. A pretty answer that recommends an over-budget item fails immediately. Run the same question against the current model and one eligible challenger. Keep sources, prompt, temperature, and expected answer rules fixed. Then repeat with paraphrases such as best value, fastest shipping under 15, and highest rated eligible option. The model only wins when the advantage repeats across the same workload. A product advisor also needs a negative test. Ask for an impossible combination, such as a 5-star product under 5 that ships today. The assistant should say no eligible item was verified and ask which single constraint the shopper wants to relax. It should not quietly recommend the nearest product as if it matched, then simulate an unavailable live source. The safe result contains no repeated old price, stock count, or shipping promise. After the failure test, restore the original connector and run one known product question again. Safe refusal matters only when supported facts still answer correctly. Finally, connect the recommendation to a useful next action. If the shopper wants stock confirmation, a bulk quote, or human advice, ask for contact details only with clear consent. Preserve the original, constraints, and recommended product in the lead or handoff context so the person does not have to start again. Measure recommendation questions, clarification rate, no match rate, product clicks, leads, and negative feedback. Review the source conversation before changing the prompt. In this isolated test, the fixed question produced the expected powder canister answer, while the fragrance under 5 control safely reported that no approved match exists. That gives us a verified positive and negative baseline for future regression tests.